So today we're working on a boat that I picked up. I'll post some pictures of where I got it from. I didn't get to make video at the place that I got it from because it was an estate sale. So this is what I believe, in my opinion, to be the best ski boat ever made. Supras are really great. This is a 1989. It's in pretty sad shape. It's got 1,300 hours on it. It has a 351 Ford in it. These early Supras have wooden stringers. I don't know if they're any good. We're gonna find out. It's on the original trailer. One thing I did know is that it's got no gas cap, so that's a good start. And figuring the fuel system probably needs to be redone. Oh, and I'm guesstimating on the year. I believe it's an 89. Check the VIN number. It is, oh, maybe it's an 87. Someone in the comments could probably tell me. I really don't know too much about this boat, although I did buy it off a friend's, well, my friend's father passed away and I ended up getting it. I do know the last time it was on the water, it didn't have a drain plug in it and it sank. So, and we live in New England, so it's probably had water in the motor through winter, which isn't good. But me and the kids are going to do some cleanup on it, and I will get back to you guys once we clean it up a tiny bit. No one really wants to see me clean up a bunch of pine needles and wood. It does have a 1989 registration sticker right there, and it was in the water in 2020, so it's been sitting for 4 or 5 years. Well, I'm assuming it was in the water in 2020. Maybe it was just registered. But yeah, so we are going to do a will it start video, but me and the kids are going to clean it first. We'll catch you guys back here shortly. All right, so the kids have been hard at work cleaning. We're getting there. We're going to pressure wash still. This is my son Jace. He is vacuuming out the battery box, which came out unbelievably nice. Then the dashboard. It's all clean, and we're going to do an engine reveal. As I said before, it's a 351, and I believe it's a Windsor, but if someone wants to correct me on that, they can. All right, let's open it up. You can flip it right over backwards. So we got a Ford 351, and it looks as though it's a crate motor and had new heads on it at one time. It looks as though it was winterized. This is your fresh water pump, and that is the water pump as any Ford 351 would have. But this is your intake from under the boat. So I'm guessing that it was winterized. Just judging by that, I hope it was. And that's the transmission, which doesn't seem to have any reman tags on it, but we do have a tag over here on the other side that we can check. And it looks like it's just the manufacturer's tag. But everything looks to be in really good shape. As I said before, these boats have wood stringers, so we will check the motor mount bolts. It looks like these ones have already backed out a little bit, which is really common on a Supra ski boat of this age. A lot of people worry about it, but I've had 5 of these, and they've all been the same way, and you run them like this forever. Nothing really needs to hold the engine in. So hopefully we will get this boat running, and we will take it in the water just like this to test it out if everything works out. So we're gonna get this engine cover off, which shouldn't be that hard. It's basically ripped out of the floor, and maybe get a battery in, and I'll unhook the fuel line so we don't suck up any of the water in the gas tank. We'll be right back with you when we accomplish those tasks. All right, guys, Jace says that we need to try to turn the engine over, or we're gonna get made fun of in the comments. Right, Jace?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's got something to say?
Sure.
All right, let's see if it turns over by hand. Stick your ratchet on the crank. Which way you turning? Okay. Nothing? Go the other way? Sure your socket's on there good?
No, nothing.
Nothing, huh?
No.
That's weird for it only sitting for 4 years. Maybe we should put a battery in it and try to crank it over by the key.
Sure.
See what happens? All right. We'll be right back. All right, so we got a jump pack hooked up. This is Yukon, my Great Dane. What we got? Someone ripping. All right, let's turn the key on. Oh, we got power. Got a gas gauge that says we got a half a tank of water. Bolt gauge works. Press some buttons. What's that? Blower? Nothing? What's over here? Nothing.
Lights.
Try those. Nothing? No. Might need some electrical work. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So we got some oil lights and fuel lights. My last Supras were older than this one, didn't have any of this stuff, so it's new to me. But why don't you try clicking the key and see what happens? Maybe a bad connection. Turn the key. Is the key on? Mess with the jump pack. Might be the negative. Nothing. Turn the key off and on again. There you go. Oh. Go ahead and try it again. It's pumping water in the water pump. And it turns over. So we are going to get the fuel line disconnected so we don't pump a bunch of water in there, right?
Yep.
It's not going to run very good on water. Let's get the fuel line disconnected and we'll be right back. All right, Jason's going to take the fuel line off the fuel pump so we don't get any water in the carburetor. Gotta back it off by hand probably. I think you got it. Pull it up. You can loosen it on the carburetor too. You loosen it right there. See? Same fitting. Other way. Turn it towards the 4Runner. Sheesh. Oh, that one's stuck. Well, we'll know if it starts pumping fuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we should get some. I would check for spark, but maybe we'll just spray it and see if we get any fire, I guess. Why don't you see if you can get that air cleaner off? Is that bolt tight? Yeah, it's pretty tight. I'm gonna get a fuel bottle and we'll pull that off and we'll just see if this thing runs. Let's do it. All right, we got a fuel bottle, the air cleaner off, and Jason's gonna check the oil because we know everyone on YouTube is gonna say something if we don't check the oil. And it's probably good to know if it's got oil in it. So it's like rotted in there. It's only an oil dipstick. Don't let it defeat you.
I know.
What do we got? A lot of oil. But it looks like oil. I don't know. Put it back in there.
Okay.
It either runs or it doesn't, right? Imagine it's probably got a cracked intake or something. Or, well, I don't see any cracks in the block. Block looks alright. Alright, ready? Dump some gas down there. Crank it. Dump some more in there. Dump a good amount in there. Keep going. Whole bunch. It's cause a fire.
Okay.
All right, crank it again. Sounds like we need a battery. And we should probably maybe see if it's even got a spark, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, we got a battery installed. Maybe it'll crank over a little bit faster. Why don't you go ahead and see if it will crank over faster? All right. Well, take the cap off that and dump some right in there. Yep. Yep. That should be well more than enough. Let's charge your battery. All right, guys, so we're back. Jump pack charged up. It's a couple days later. My son had to go home for the week. So let's just see if it cranks over any better. try again. Alright, so I'm guessing there's no spark. Let's see if we got power to the coil. I don't think we're gonna reach all the way to the negative, but this bolt right here, sure. Test light works. So we got positive at the coil. Let's see. See if we got a signal. So no signal. All right, so we're back. Distributor cap off. Looks like I don't know if you can see it. So we got a bad connection on the points. Honestly, surprised this thing has points, being a 87 or 89, whatever year it is. But let's just take a look, make sure. No spark. Clean these up and see if we can get it. All right, so we're gonna clean the points, make sure the key's off. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised this boat has points, being the year, but. So just get a little piece of sandpaper in here and drag it through. This is a little tight with the coolant system on this boat. We'll do this a few times. Maybe see if I can get it in there a little bit more. Here we go. Go up and down a little. So if I was driving this thing on the road, I would probably clean the points now, but obviously it's on the road and it's sitting in my yard, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's check and see if it's sparking now. We'll get a view real close right there. Still nothing. I know for sure I saw a spark on this thing. What's that spark down there? No, those are just really, those contact points are just really corroded. Scrub it some more. Oh yeah, quite a bit of stuff came off on that paper. I have to get something a little bit more aggressive, honestly. I have to go out and get some new points. more tension in there. Oh, they're just corroded bad. Alright, I'll try that. If not, we'll get a new set of points. Nothing. Oh. One little spark after the fact. Nope. All right. I'll get some new points then. All right, so I was able to see the spark. We just weren't seeing the spark with the camera. Put everything back on, and we'll give it a try. Keys on. Oh. All right, get some gas in there. Oh, I definitely just heard a little fire there. All right, I'm gonna try to jump pack a little bit, and I about guarantee this thing will fire right up. Heard a little fire there, a couple of them. I don't know if you hear that or see that in the camera, but we'll try to jump back up and try it one more time. All right, so we got a new battery in it. I did notice that there was broken wire on the key switch for the start, so we'll get a screwdriver here in case this key switch doesn't work. All right, so let's see if this thing has anything going on. Oh, we got a little fire. Let's try to fill the bowls on the carburetor. I'm guessing we could probably only fill the front one on this because tube snapped off on the front one and not the rear one. That's pretty good. All right, let's see. This is one thirsty motor, apparently. We put way too much in there. There we go. definitely runs. I should get a fuel system hooked up on this. All right, we know it runs. Sounds like it runs pretty good. I only saw a little bit of blow by, and it's pumping water over here. So I'm gonna work on getting a fuel system built for this, because we know the fuel tank's full of water, and we will be back probably tomorrow at this point. We'll see you then. All right, guys, so we're back. It's another day. Got a little fuel system rigged up here. I got the fuel line disconnected from the carb. See if we can get some gas up there. See if this fuel pump works. You know, rained a little bit last night in the carburetor, so we'll see how that goes. Still runs dang good. I don't see that we're picking up any fuel yet. Fuel pump may be no good, so. All right, I'm gonna try to prime the fuel pump. Let's see, fuel here. Seems like there's some fuel in there, but let's see. Maybe we can set you guys down here. There. See what happens. I'm gonna say that fuel pump's probably no good. All right, the fuel pump doesn't seem to be any good. So I'm gonna rig up some different fuel system. Be right back. All right, guys, so we're back again. Unfortunately, I spent most of the day yesterday rebuilding the carburetor, quotation marks, and making a fuel system, since I didn't have any of that stuff here already. Just basic fuel system here, and I tried to fill the bowls in the carburetor and it wasn't taking fuel. I thought it was the floats, so I checked them, nothing. And turns out all this is corrosion from inside the carburetor. So I was gonna reuse this carburetor on my small block Toyota. Boat carburetors are great for lifted trucks, but it is very corroded inside. I don't know that it's gonna run, honestly. but we're gonna give it a shot. I don't want to put a carburetor on this thing. I did notice after all the cranking and stuff that we've done that the oil's just milk. So I don't know if that's from the boat sinking at one time or it's got a cracked intake or blocker heads. I mean, who knows, honestly, with a boat, especially in New England. You know, it's mid-October and it's been freezing here already. So I would imagine this thing's been frozen a whole bunch of times. Probably had water in it. We are going to get it going. I am not going to stop until this thing is running. So we're going to run it. And when it runs, we're going to put water to it and we're going to see exactly what happens. You know, it may be fine. It may be from sinking, but we're going to see exactly what happens. You know, if we put water to this thing, we're going to run it. It could boil over with water out of the oil. Valve covers, all that stuff. Learning to change my language for YouTube is a new experience. But so we'll try to keep this family friendly on all our videos the best we can. But again, we are going to run this thing. We are going to put water to it, and we're just going to see what happens. A lot of people aren't into boats, and you know, a lot of people maybe down south don't deal with this problem. So you know what? If it's going to fill the motor with water, we're just going to do it. Let's get fuel pump running. We just got a little battery set up right here. And looks like we already got negative. Alright. So the pump is running. With some 2-stroke. And can't tell if the floats have stopped yet. Let me climb up here. Yeah, they did. So let me climb up here and we'll try to fire it up. I may need to put you guys on a tripod to run the choke, but I probably have a screwdriver I can do that with. Let's just see what happens first. Some choke. See if I can do this one-handed. And I can. Well, that's something, I guess. Too much. Let's see. Back on the choke here. So I'm definitely gonna need 2 hands. Let me get you guys on the tripod. We'll be right back. All right, sorry if it's a little shaky. The trailer is not very stable. Gonna try to stand on the stringers because there ain't much left of this floor. So. You know what I wasn't thinking about was if the floats are sticking or not, actually. Maybe we'll look into that. Floats must be sticking. Right. Turn the idle up a little. And I think we are definitely having issues with the float sticking. Let's see. So we definitely got an issue with the float sticking. It's already wanting to be hot, apparently. Yeah, the floats are definitely stuck. Or not opening enough, or not getting enough fuel, whatever it may be. Let them fill up again and see what happens. imagine it's probably getting hot. I know you guys probably want an exhaust video, huh? You guys want to hear what it sounds like? It does sound awesome. Let me move you guys to the back so you can hear the exhaust. How's that sound? Sounds pretty good. We definitely like the way it sounds. It is getting hot. As I said before, I don't think the motor's any good. But I'm gonna work on hooking a line up here so we can get water to this thing. I'll hook it to my truck, and we'll see what happens when we put water to it, I guess. That'll be the real storyteller. It does have 60 psi of oil pressure. Let's see. And the alternator even works. It's idle and low right now, but it's at 60 at a good idle. Tack works. We got 1,300 hours on it. Yeah, don't run too bad. If the transmission works. That transmission works forward and in reverse. Good sign. Let's get water to this thing. Alright, so I got the boat hooked up to the Suburban and moved. This is what I got. It's not professional. It may look really, really good, but it's not professional at all. So, I'm not even going to try to turn the water on until the boat's running, because I feel like if it's got cracks in the engine, it's not going to run. Fuel. Alright, we got fuel. We got fuel. I may need to add more fuel. It's really not much. Here we go. See if it's gonna stay running or not. No. May need to way too much fuel, that's for sure. Start coming out. Oh, looks like we sprung a leak. Oh no, we got water going up in there. See. No water coming out of the oil dipstick yet. Got no water in the exhaust yet. Definitely got water getting in there. Coming out the oil dipstick yet. That's a good sign. Just take a look. Seems all right. Keep an eye on that. We are going to run out of fuel in a second. Check our depth. Temp looks good. Idling at about 950 or so. If this crankcase doesn't fill with water, I'm going to change the oil. We're going to put this thing in the lake. crossed. We'll run it out of fuel and see how it goes. Maybe we're gonna put this thing in the water here next weekend. As I said, it's getting cold in New England, so we're running out of time to get this thing wet. That carburetor is all corroded inside. The bowls are all corroded on the sides, the passageways are corroded. You know, stuff looks bigger than it should be. Yeah, no, it runs good. I'm happy. Motor sounds good and quiet. The transmission. We got transmission itch. Forward. Back her up, there. Change on this thing. I don't know if it'll take throttle or anything yet. Probably not. Yeah, she's out of fuel. Alright, well, it runs. Let the oil settle and I'm going to check it. See if we got any added water and maybe we'll do a quick oil change on this thing. Alright guys, that's it for this one. We may put it in the water, we may not. It's getting cold here, like I said. I don't feel comfortable putting it in the water without getting a better carburetor. Yes, it idled good. No, it doesn't take throttle. I am going to look for one, but I am putting the boat up for sale. If someone's interested in it. It's got a real nice original trailer, very good shape. The hull is very good on this boat. Windshield and frame's very good on this boat. As you guys saw, the 351 runs good. It had a little bit of water in the oil. Engine's not cracked. The manifolds aren't cracked. Transmission works. You could fix this boat. I'm not going to fix it. I have a pontoon boat for my family. We don't need this one. Would be fun. Don't need it. So I'll keep working on it. Maybe we'll get a video of it in the water. That would be really cool. I would love to do that for you guys. I think it would be nice to see this thing in the water one last time before it's either restored or taken apart. It is a nice boat. It would be fun. And I want to clarify that when I said at the beginning that these were the best ski boats ever made, that for its time, this was the best boat you could get. I've had a bunch of them. I've had a bunch of Mastercrafts, you know, Ski Nautiques. I've had Malibu. This boat is amazing in the water with a skier behind it or a wakeboarder. It's awesome. So always look out for these. I got a real good deal on this one. Like I said, saved it, you know, from basically getting destroyed. So I guess this is gonna be the end for this video. As I said, we got this old girl running. It runs good. Seems to not have issues like I thought it would. And maybe we'll get it in the water. But if you like the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever. Let us know. This is our first video. Anything you want to see or don't want to see. We plan on going more into detail in our next videos. So we'll get a little bit more equipment and a second camera. That would be nice to do exhaust clips and stuff like that while we're filming other stuff. But yeah, so tune in for the next one. I'm looking at a couple trucks that have been sitting for years and years, a couple barn finds, so maybe we'll get into something like that. This isn't really a barn find, it's like a driveway find. So, you know, it's kind of how boats are. So, tune in for the next one. Thank you guys for showing up. Night Shift Motorsports is on to the next project. Thank you.